Wednesday. Today we're going to be going over what is an anthropologist. And so again, you'll be taking Cornell notes with this video. So in the table of contents, we're looking at putting what is an anthropologist. And for the page number, it's going to be whatever page is next for you. Some of you might be taking more or less notes, so we could possibly be on different pages. So whatever's next for you, that's what you want to put there. And when we are taking our notes, our topic again is going to be what is an anthropologist. That goes at the top. And that left side is a reminder. We want to put vocabulary words, side topics, and just whatever helps you keep your notes on the right side organized. And for the right side, it's your actual notes, anything you think is important to remember. And at the bottom again is just a quick summary of your notes, nothing too fancy, 2 to 3 sentences max. All right, so what is anthropology? Anthropology is the scientific study of humans, human behavior, and societies in the past and present. There are actually quite a few different areas of anthropology, such as sociocultural anthropology, archaeology, which we went over yesterday, is actually considered underneath anthropology in some areas. And one of those areas does include the US. Linguistic anthropology, medical anthropology, environmental anthropology, and forensic anthropology. There's actually a few more I did not list, but I thought these were kind of the main ones. And so basically, the study of humans, basically anything there is to know about humans, past, future, present, anthropology. And just to get into a little definitions of some of those types, sociocultural anthropology seeks to understand the internal logic of societies through ethnography. Archaeology, which we went over yesterday, retrieves artifacts from the past and places them in context to understand our history and its relevance for today. Linguistic anthropology seeks to explain the very nature of language and its use by humans. Medical anthropology seeks to better understand factors that influence people's health and well-being. Environmental anthropology believes that the well-being of the environment goes hand in hand with the well-being of people. And lastly, forensic anthropology seeks to identify skeletal or otherwise decomposed human remains. And remember, as we're going through this video, you guys are more than welcome to pause it at any point in time in order to take those notes. Just whatever you guys think is important or worth remembering, you can pause it and write down some stuff. And now a little about anthropologists. Anthropologists want to know why things happen. They tackle big human problems such as overpopulation, warfare, and poverty. Just kind of those big questions on why they happen. And by studying anthropology and receiving the proper training of one of them, you will have the knowledge, skills, and tools to work with people, study the past, and shape the future. Anthropologists work in practically every environment and setting imaginable. They can be found working in large corporations such as Intel or GM, or studying primates in Africa. Anthropologists work in deserts, cities, schools, even in underwater archaeological sites. They can be found anywhere we as humans have left an imprint. Okay, so next, I want to show you guys a little YouTube video. It's pretty quick, like 4 or 5 minutes. And it's just kind of so your kid wants to be an anthropologist. So it's just a few actual, like real life people that are anthropologists. And it kind of just talks about what they do and how their family first reacted when they told them they wanted to be an anthropologist and kind of how it's been for them.
Have you noticed changes in your child's behavior? Is their idea of a good time digging in the mud for hours? If given the choice, would they rather spend time harvesting rice with Thai villagers than going to a 5-star resort? Do you keep hearing them saying crazy things like,
the last Roman period in Egypt,
transnational evangelism,
paleo-environmental reconstruction,
stable isotope analysis,
alien insight, Shannon-Bethel,
whale bones,
little flint chips,
sclerochronology, paleopathological context?
so your kid wants to be an anthropologist?
My mother didn't have much of a reaction. My parents were just happy that I went to university.
My father didn't know what anthropology was.
Are
you sure you're not going to go to med school?
When I told my parents I was going to be an anthropologist, they thought I meant I was going to be an architect.
Oh, are you going to design your own house one day?
I'm pretty sure somebody's already named all the different spiders, Noah.
That's arachnology!
My parents had no idea what anthropology was.
I guess my parents still don't know.
First off, don't panic. It's going to be okay. I promise. Check it out.
So, what is anthropology? Seriously, does anyone know?
Ooh, I know, John Oliver. Anthropology is the study of human beings, past and present. We study cultures, bones, old tools buried in the ground, monkeys, people all around the world, and the zillions of ways they interact.
Worked piece of slate with like a sharper edge used for hide working.
We've got our fingers in lots of pots. We like to call it holism.
Wow, I thought psychology was a racket.
So there are lots of different kinds of anthropologists. Shall we meet some of them?
I'm a primatologist. I study long-tailed macaques.
Anthropologists study all primates, not just humans, including the interactions between different kinds of primates.
And I was interested in primatology because it allowed me to travel all over the world.
I'm a sociocultural anthropologist and I work in Western Pacific and Papua New Guinea. Mainly my work has been on mining and local people and on transnational evangelism.
I do sociocultural anthropology, and I do research in Madagascar, specifically sapphire mining and ecotourism in Madagascar. One of the great things about anthropology as the study of human beings is the study of human beings everywhere, meaning you can do research in anthropology and apply insights away, but also at home.
I'm an archaeologist and I work in Peru on early complex societies.
I'm a zooarchaeologist, which means I study animal bones from archaeological sites in order to learn about people in the past. The thing I love most about archaeology is the sense of immediate connection you get through things with people in the past. When you expose something that's been buried in the ground for hundreds or even thousands of years, you have this moment where you feel like you're the first person to touch this thing in a really long time.
I do linguistic anthropology. Right now I'm studying Asian Englishes, especially Korean English. Students in anthropology pick up a lot of skills that students in other majors will never pick up, like cross-cultural communication. Anthropologists pick that up. They're very quick to recognize cultural differences and try to figure out what they are and deal with them.
See, parents, being an anthropologist is a pretty cool job.
Anthropology, it's the one real science.
My parents are actually really proud of me, especially my mom. She was really encouraging.
It has grown on them, and they've realized that there are contemporary applications to my degree.
And that I was an archaeologist was kind of exotic. None of their friends had sons or daughters who were archaeologists. I was planning to become an instrument maker, so when she heard that I was going into anthropology, she was actually really relieved.
My parents are actually pretty excited for me now that I've told them that anthropology research can actually take me all over the world.
She was really proud of me and impressed when I actually got a job doing archaeology.
He definitely is creeped out by the fact that I work with bones and teeth as human remains, but at the same time, both my parents are very supportive and they're really excited about what I'm doing.
Stone tools rock.
So yeah, that's a little bit about anthropology and kind of just some people and what they do, on an everyday basis and the things they might see at their job. And with that, I'm logging off. Ms. Hernandez and I will be in our Google Meet sessions if you guys have any further questions. But yeah, thanks.